We have Strauss Zelnick, co-founder of Zelnick Media and chairman of Take-Two Interactive. He is with us here on the Inside Track. Strauss, let us talk about this Wall Street Journal investigation into Facebook. The question seems to be pretty simple. Can we trust Facebook?
Oh, I think we can trust Facebook, and we have to trust Facebook. The truth is, just because you have information doesn't mean it's misused. And there are a lot of companies that have enormous information on Americans. Companies like Seisint have incredible information. And there are pretty strict rules about what you can do with it. So I think it's less about what one has and more about how it's used.
Well, okay, there are pretty strict rules, but who is going to police those rules? Because in this case, as it has been in the past, Facebook wasn't adequately policing itself, and it took, in this case, the Journal to find out what was really going on at Facebook. So if it's not going to be Facebook, and we can't always count on the Wall Street Journal, who's it going to be? Who's your advocate if you're worried about your privacy?
I think privacy is an enormous concern in our business, and I think self-policing and self-regulation does work in much of the entertainment industry. It certainly works for ratings, and we do have to balance the need of privacy with the desire to maintain freedom of speech here. It's pretty important in America. In Europe, for example, privacy issues have extended well beyond boundaries that I think we'd be comfortable with here. I do think it's an enormous concern, and it's growing.
You at Strauss Media and Take-Two are thinking about migrating some of your games to the Facebook platform. How do you, you could call it gaming moving to the cloud, so to speak. How do you address those privacy concerns? What do you need to know before you allow your products to operate on that platform?
Well, remember, as we extend into new platforms and new areas, we're leading with our brands and our products, and we're not leading with big, massive customer data. Although it'd be lovely to have it, it's not really what drives our business. What drives our business is the most creative products delivered across the broadest array of channels. And we're really proud of the hits that we've delivered both in the past and especially this year. So we are less a data company, a customer data company, than, say, some of our competitors are. What drives us to Facebook is a wonderful platform with hundreds of millions of people who clearly are interested in interactive entertainment.
As you pointed out, Take-Two has had an extraordinary year. The last quarter was a blowout thanks to Red Dead Redemption. How much of your business do you see coming from, so to speak, the cloud in the future as opposed to discrete boxes sitting next to my television set?
It's a great question. Right now, digital distribution of our interactive entertainment represents something less than 15% of our revenue, and that's clearly growing. Packaged goods business isn't going away for our business. Why? Because we have huge file sizes, and it's pretty hard to interact with huge file sizes where latency issues are meaningful if you're entirely in the cloud. But there are companies that are doing a phenomenal job of addressing that challenge, like OnLive, and we're supporting OnLive.
Okay, now how about the tablet? Because when we spoke last back in July, you forecast great things for the tablet, and I want to get some more of your experiences with it in just a couple of minutes. But what does the tablet market represent to a gaming company? Grand Theft Auto is already on the iPad. There is no Red Dead Redemption. What percentage of Take-Two Interactive's revenues are already coming? I would imagine it's fairly small, but can you give us a sense of what it is now and what it might be?
It's small for a tablet because we support largely consoles, proprietary consoles like Xbox and PS3 and the Wii. That's the bulk of our business. And why is it the bulk of our business? Because it allows us to do incredibly robust products. However, what's exciting about the tablet revolution, if you believe in Moore's Law, and I do, largely, certainly for now, is that tablets are going to become more and more robust platforms and allow you to do incredible things, and they're portable, and they're cheap, and they're getting cheaper. Oh, and by the way, about 20 million of them are going to be sold this year. If you believe Gartner's projections, 60 million yet next year, and 200 million in 2014. Pretty remarkable.
No, the numbers are amazing. So I'm going to try and pin you down. Cast your eyes 3 years forward. If you could, look at Take-Two Interactive. Again, much of the revenue is coming from boxes right now. Could you ballpark how much of it we might see from the cloud, how much we might see from tablets?
It's hard to know, but I think you can see digital distribution growing to be 20, 30, 40% of our business. However, I believe our business is going to grow. So I don't think it actually takes a bite out of retail, and I doubt it takes a bite out of consoles. I think it's a growth business.
Everything grows.
I think for interactive entertainment, everything grows. The wind is at our back.
We're back now with Strauss Zelnick, co-founder of Zelnick Media and chairman of Take-Two Interactive Software. We're talking about media, and we're also talking about platforms. Now, Strauss, let's go away from the platform conversation for a moment, and just in case anybody gets confused, when I talk about a platform, I'm talking about an Apple tablet, I'm talking about a desktop computer, or perhaps a television on your wall. At one point, though, several months ago, you told me that software and content are perhaps even more critical to the growth of those platforms, call them, than the platforms themselves. We just heard about Cablevision being turned off Fox, for example, at least Cablevision subscribers. Does that underscore the primacy of content right now?
If it needed to be underscored. I mean, I think what it really underscores is that broadcast television is actually basic cable television. And they'll reach a conclusion. This is just a negotiation. A little uncomfortable to play it out in public.
It's an uncomfortable negotiation, but does it illustrate how much more money the content providers like Fox will and could be getting in the years hence as the platform becomes less relevant and the content itself becomes king?
Maybe or maybe not. I think because Cablevision has a margin as well, so I'm not sure. I think it's really an even-handed negotiation. The truth is, the negotiation goes in a very different way. There'd be no blackout if Cablevision had no leverage.
Okay. When we spoke 4 months ago, you were very bullish on the prospects for the iPad and the tablet as something, through which you can get whatever it is that you want. You've had a chance to play with it. The whole world has. The iPad is selling like crazy. Now we've got BlackBerry's product, the BlackBerry product coming. We've got HP tablets, Samsung, Dell, you name it.
Right.
How do you feel about the prospects for tablets now? Are you more bullish? Do you feel like perhaps you were a little over-enthusiastic?
No, the take-up rate is bigger than I think ever seen before with a consumer device. I think it's going to represent about 50% of consumer entertainment and information devices that are sold in the next couple of years. So no, it's huge, and it's huge for an obvious reason. We have small devices at work. We have big screens at work at home. This is the middle-sized device that is portable, easy to use, flexible, and actually terrific not just for the purpose of people like us who make things for people to watch and play, but also for advertisers. So, and as these devices get lighter, faster, cheaper, maybe even disposable, they're going to be in the hands of every school child. They're going to be in the hands of all consumers of all ages.
So if every school kid is going to have one, why not focus more of Take-Two's energies on the tablet as opposed to, say, the Xbox or the PlayStation?
Well, to be clear, what do we focus our energies on? We focus our energies on making the greatest interactive entertainment that anyone makes in the business. And that's what's protected us in a business that actually shown declines. The September reports where the business was down about 8% year over year, not very exciting, and yet we are reporting very good results. Why? Because our strategy of delivering the highest quality content, to be the most efficient company, and to innovate across channels and platforms seems to be working. And so while we're not exactly platform agnostic, the fact that a middle-sized platform is going to grow is phenomenal news for us. The most important news for us is how great is our next title.
With about 20 seconds to go, one of the next big things in video games, Microsoft's Kinect controller. It actually doesn't require you to hold anything in your hand. It follows your body. Is it going to be a game changer for the industry?
It's a floor wax. Probably, I'm not sure the peripherals are really going to be game changers, but we're excited about supporting what Microsoft does.
All right, Strauss, it's great to have you here. Strauss Zelnick, the co-founder of Zelnick Media, chairman of Take-Two Interactive, the company behind Red Dead Redemption and, of course, Grand Theft Auto.